It came over. It was basically a pass shot. It was like at 70 yards. I shot at it and it glides down. And I walk over and it's doing this Hoist Gracie shit where it's laying on its back and it's kind of kicking. I thinking it's dead, right? So I reached down to grab it by the neck and it went right through the web of my hand. On my mom's life, it went right through here. That's what that scar is. It's from they are mean as a freaking pet coon, and that is, I'm telling you, I would rather just try to shave a bobcat balls fight with a crane. They are mean. It is bad. I'm telling you.
Special guest Michael McNeal. Don't. Dang it! I knew you were gonna do something like that. Mike is one of the. How can I say this nicely? He's a very special person.
That's what John says too.
My brother says that about you?
I'm very special.
No, Mike is one of those guys that is very boisterous, very.
Well, to sum it up, he's probably the biggest Florida Georgia line turkey hunting bullshitter on the planet.
You're just gonna go right there, right off the top. You told me not to use the F word, and here we are right now.
Yeah.
I almost used it right there.
No, we said refrain from using too many.
Okay. Yeah. I get it.
No, this is Michael McNeal, the Gooseman himself.
I'm here.
This guy travels all over. He hunts all over. Do you fish at all?
Yeah, a little bit.
No, he doesn't fish
not
a little bit.
Not a lot.
Yeah, well, that's all right. You're an outdoorsman.
I am an outdoorsman.
And that's why we have you here. And because a lot of people find you interesting.
I'm an interesting cat. Yeah, no, I don't have the most haters on the internet, but I like to try to find and see if I can get to that point someday. I can be there and I can have the most.
Well, we don't hate you, but tell us about you. Who are you? What do you do? What's your passion? Tell us a little bit about you before we go crazy here.
Yeah, before we go crazy, I guess. Yeah, my name is Michael McNeal. I'm a senior account executive for Leighton Broadcasting. So most people on the internet that follow me, they don't understand that I do have a real job. I don't just travel and hunt. I have to pay for all of it somehow. So I do marketing and advertising for a living. So that's part of my job. And then on top of that, I love to travel. I love to hunt. Waterfall is my passion. Snow geese, honkers. Do hunt some ducks. I've killed 5 or 6 different species of big game this year. I hunt about 9 states and 2 Canadian provinces every year.
Not this year.
No, Canada. That hurts. It hurts real bad.
I know.
Canada's my favorite spot.
That's what we can't go there fishing either, man.
No, I know. And the thing is that one good thing about not going to Canada this year, though, is the fact that we all got to go try some different stuff. I got to go hunt Montana for Waterfall for the first time this year. That was awesome. I went to Texas. I got to do some cool I got to hunt some states that I never got to, and I wouldn't have the opportunity if Canada, because I usually spend about a month a year in Canada.
Why do all you diehard sick waterfowlers love Canada?
It's
and do you like it better in the fall or the spring? Because I know you go both times.
Spring. I like spring. Typically, the weather's a lot nicer. Unlike most spring hunts, there's not as much mud. You can drive in all the fields. That's cool. But Canada's the Holy Land. It's the number one. The people are amazing in Canada. In fact, I have a farmer. I stay right with them at their home. They invited us in. I've been staying in their basement when I go up there for like 10 years. The people are nice. The farmers getting permissions easy for the most part in my area. And it's just the birds are dumb. It's the first time they come down from the north. They haven't eaten. They haven't had a chance to eat, so they're super hungry.
You shouldn't make it all wine and roses, because now you're just making people that probably wouldn't go.
No, you know what? Everybody, I think it's on every waterfaller's to-do list to go to Canada. It's no big secret, but it's one of those things that the whole aspect of the hunt, it's a time where you can just put it on autopilot. And it doesn't have to be hard. It's not, every day is not different. It's, for the better lack of terms, it's easy.
Easier.
That's pretty easy, too. For a man of my stature, it's easy.
Oh, my.
So, I feel like an important part of the backstory here is what started this. Because normal people don't hunt the way that you do.
Yeah, my goal, I went to college at Mayville State. I got a degree in business administration. And since the first day I stepped foot on that college, my dream and my goal was to find a job that gave me enough free time that I could make a crap ton of money so that I could go and hunt as much as I wanted to. So from the day I stepped foot, that was the ultimate goal. It took me 8 years of working at the job where I finally got to the point where I could look at my boss and say, see you later, Bob. See you later, everybody. I'm gone. I'm whatever. I'll see you when I get back. And now it's got to the point they're just tell us when you're going to be here, and not when you're going to be gone. It's a little easier that way. And I'm probably one of the luckiest guys on the planet to work for a company that just they understand my passion. And when I get back, I bust my ass and I make sure that I hit the numbers I need to. And
Do you still have a desk?
I do, and when I get there, the papers are like this high, and then I gotta go through everything, but yeah, no, I mean, and you never really stop working. Like, I mean, when I'm on the road, I have Wi-Fi in my truck, I have my computer with. In fact, Mike and John actually are clients of mine too. So if they call me when I'm in the snow goose field or whatever, I answer. I may not write the commercial right then, but I'll get back to the house and I'll make sure that they get on at some point. And plus the cool thing is that all my clients play into my bullshit.
Yeah.
So they all like give me shit. Oh, nice to see you come back to work.
Yeah.
Or they all bust my balls constantly because, they finally decided to show up to work. Glad to see you. I mean,
I think that's probably the number one question that John and I get too. Like, a lot of people don't understand what goes on behind the scenes, and like, we're gone a lot. We're gone enough where people are like, oh, you're working? And it's like, come on now. Like, I get to fish all winter long, but we're working, we're doing things, and you've kind of taken a passion for hunting, and correct me if I'm wrong, but you're trying to take it maybe a step further than most hunters, right?
Yeah. What happened was and this all kind of started, your brother actually said, you need to get on Snapchat, you need to get on Instagram, you need to do this, you need to do that. And I kind of blew him off on this stuff for a couple years because I had a pretty big following on Facebook, and I try to pick on people and post videos and pictures, but I ended up taking out some guys through some friends that were big wigs with federal. I took them out hunting on a snow goose hunt. We actually absolutely smashed the geese. They liked my personality. I took some videos and I kind of sent it to them just as keepsakes. Yeah. They're like, you need to get on Instagram. We'll sponsor you. We'll do all this. And then it kind of, honestly, I fell into it, and they started sponsoring me and getting behind me. And I got on Instagram a little over a year ago, and it's been going fantastic. The support and people that are following and liking my videos and liking my pictures. I'm kind of known as the guy that doesn't drop the phone. No offense, John. I know you're listening, but I don't drop the phone.
He's got GoPros and stuff now. He's got a phone. He's got a cute little phone holder now that he puts next to his blind. Yeah. No offense. I mean, that's great.
I've never seen that footage. I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah. Because if you follow my Instagram, Michael __McNeal at Instagram. So if you follow
what was that?
Michael __ McNeal, McNeal,
also known as the Gooseman.
Also known as the Gooseman.
Why don't you have the Gooseman Instagram?
Because I'm branding myself.
Yeah, but I know that you're the Gooseman.
Yeah, but
I don't care about Michael _ McNeal.
It's kind of branding my name more so.
Okay.
So that's kind of what I started.
I'd rather be known as the Gooseman.
Yeah.
I would like to chalk it up though that is 2 people at this table voting for branding yourself.
Yeah. Oh, backstory. So Thor is upset with me because with Fish Addictions, I've never branded Mike Olson. Right. So I always just assumed that people understood that Fish Addictions had to do with Mike Olson, right? Maybe that's not the case. Tell us if we're wrong. Last time I was right, he was wrong. So it's okay if he's right and I'm wrong this time. I'm right. I don't know. I don't have a problem with it, but no, I get it.
Yeah. So, it's just, I like to, so Federal came to me, we did all this stuff. I started posting more videos and doing shortcuts. And I really wanted to focus on Instagram first. Most of the big companies like that. So, and in less than a year and a half, I've went from, I think actually Thor used to work with me, and at Layton. And, I think when I first started asking, because I was a newbie, I knew nothing about Instagram. I didn't know how to post. I didn't know what a hashtag was. And I asked Thor, and he kind of helped me out with it a little bit, and I learned. And
I mean, you're a natural because you're loud, you're boisterous, and you just don't care. How he started out the podcast today is exactly how he starts everything he does.
Yeah.
He sits down to sell you a radio ad. He does that first.
Right. I just like to be in front. I'm a happy guy. I know Shelby Anderson of Goose Reapers always goes, "Why are you so damn happy all the time? Stop being so happy." Well, I'm
No,
a
there's
happy
nothing wrong
guy.
with that.
Yeah. No, I just like to have a good time, and I'm just always been that way. Just always in people's face, I guess. I don't know.
Love it.
And I like hugs.
You're not getting one.
On the air right now.
No.
I knew
Maybe if you earn it.
Maybe if I earn it, once you get half of that gone, you'll do it.
There's only water in there.
Only water?
Well, yeah, you get extra hydrated. Sometimes you make silly decisions.
Yeah, true.
I mean, hydration levels change what you're thinking.
Yeah, and then like I said, so yeah, I really enjoy doing this kind of stuff and doing podcasts. I've been on a few other ones, and I like people. I like landowners. I love hanging out with people and just and that's what I love about hunting the most. I hunt with about 88 different people a year.
I was going to say, that's my next question. Do you have a core group or a core couple that you hunt with more than others? Or
Yeah.
are you, what do you want to call it when you just let
whore?
everybody in?
No.
A whore?
Sure.
Number one question I get asked, and I probably get 20 DMs a day, do I guide? No, I do not guide. Everything that I do, everything you see is a fun hunt. Everything, all the videos you see, all the pictures, that was all taken as a fun, as a group, as a collective, just a fun thing. And so I hunt with a lot of people that I went to high school with, that I went to college with. I get so many people that ask to hunt with me every year. And to be honest with you, I value friendship more than I do hunting with a lot of hardcore guys.
Yeah.
I do get to hunt with a lot of, but I want to let them to experience it. Now, I do have there's specifications. You have to work hard. I don't like complainers. I don't want to have to babysit anybody. If you don't know, ask. Other than that, load your gun up. Let's kill them. Like that's my thing. But I don't want to babysit. I don't want it to be a job.
His requirements made my joke a lot less funny because I called him the other day to ask if I could go hunting, and he was like, "Nah."
I didn't say that. I didn't.
But here
say
he is
that.
begging me to go with him.
Yeah,
Just-
I didn't say that.
No, he said I could come. I did specify that I didn't want to shoot. I just wanted to take pictures.
Ooh, free pictures. I like that.
Free pictures.
Is there anything worse than camera guys?
Well, ours is about to walk in about 15 minutes.
Well, him and I are gonna have a little conversation. We're gonna have the first Michael McNeal blow up. Here's the thing: camera guys are so proud of their work.
Well, as they should be.
They are. It's tough to do what they do, but they're very proud of it.
Yeah, I mean, I think I know where you're going with this. Like, a camera guy takes a picture for you. He wants his name all over it, all that kind of stuff.
If you forget to tag them on it, oh my God.
Prima donna? Yes.
Oh, yeah.
They're prima donnas. Let's give them that.
Yes. No, I mean, it's just.
Dusty, Tyler. Look, well, I will say that we got a couple guys that are super good. But I think it's a different situation with what we have compared to what you guys are going out with you. Because guys going out with you kind of want to just be there and do stuff.
Right.
They're trying to make a name for themselves the
Right.
same way you are, where the guys that are filming for us got a career and they're kind of a career into it.
Right.
So.
And they're making money and stuff like that too.
Hopefully.
This also shows that I am not a quote unquote photographer because I don't
You're
even
getting there, Thor. I actually looked at your pictures the other day that you uploaded. Those are yours, right?
No.
Oh, okay,
some of
then
them
they
were.
weren't yours.
But
I looked at
all of the ones inside the big bite were mine.
Yeah, but didn't you have a folder in our folder box that just said pictures?
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
I've uploaded some that I haven't edited.
They weren't bad.
But either way, I don't tag myself when I post my pictures on Fish Addiction's Instagram.
Really?
Yeah.
Why not?
Well,
He
it's not my
should.
job.
It's not. It's who, if he wants to tag himself.
That's the one thing you can learn today from Michael McNeal is don't
boy.
give two shits what anybody thinks.
Well, it's not so much that I care about what other people think.
Disclaimer: give two shits what other people think, just not all the time.
No, I live my life
I
free
know.
and happy.
I know.
My job is to try to make him look good, just like your camera guys work hard as hell to make you look pretty.
I'm pretty as shit.
Your boy's got some Photoshop skills.
Yeah.
That is what it is.
So, one question that everybody wants to know: what's your most memorable snow goose hunt? And keep it out of Canada because you already told us
Okay.
Canada's too easy.
And once John hears this, he's going to be really upset because to this day,
Is it the fog?
to this day, it was John. If I tell this story, he gets so angry. John Olson, Mr. Take'em guy, he just gets so mad at me. So
Well, I don't want him mad at me.
Yeah, but he's gonna be mad at me. So here's why he's mad, because I don't like a heavy gun. So that particular day, I took my extension off. I shoot better without it. So what happened is John
and I'm still kicking myself because I was supposed to go on that hunt and I didn't go.
So we woke up in the morning. We had a field of probably 15,000 birds in it. Last end of the year, so a lot of them were juvies. But we woke up and there was a 15-mile-an-hour wind plus fog as high as the ceiling. And so we get out there, the mud is up to your knees. I mean, we got the four-wheeler stuck trying to get in there like 4 times. It was miserable. We're laying in mud that's knee deep. It was miserable. But the geese, we shot, the 3 of us. My brother's gun was only shooting 1 shell at a time. John had his extension, and I was only shooting 4 shots at a time. We shot 258 geese, 3 of us.
And it was by like 10:30.
Yeah, and here's the other thing. We each had a case of ammo with us initially. We ran out, and we had to go back to the truck to grab another case of ammo. And it took 45 minutes to walk through the mud back to the truck. And just think, and that was at 9 o'clock.
Ugh.
And so it could have been, for 3 guys, it was probably one of the most epic decoy hunting. This wasn't a jump. This wasn't pass shooting. This was legit birds in your face. And we shot 2 leg bands and a net collar that day. And the other reason John gets kind of salty is because we drew for the net collar and the 2 leg bands. And if you ever hunt with me, do not draw against me because I'm the luckiest guy on the planet. I will win every time.
That's because he cuts the straws. He puts the long straw in the back pocket just so everybody is clear on
Yeah, I won 4. So I hunted with 10 guys 4 days in a row. We shot like 6 bands in the spring last year. And I let it go through drawing shells out of the hat. Last one with the shell gets it. All 4, it got back. I got the last shell out of the hat. That's how lucky I am. 4 bands last year. And so and that's the thing. So anyway, on this hunt, we shot all these birds. It was epic. But to this day, John goes, we could have broke 300 if you had your extension on. Like, it's all my fault. Like, not that my brother was, or that we had to go get more shells. If we wouldn't have ran out of ammo, we'd have broke 300. We'd have shot 100 birds apiece.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, I've never been a profound waterfowl hunter, but I've been on hunts where I would have shot an early season 6-man limit of Canada's, which is, what is that, 90?
90, yep.
And didn't make it because I shot through 3 boxes of shells and only put 12 birds on the ground on, the start of the morning.
Yep.
So, I mean, I think it's okay for John to blame me for not having your extension.
Right. Well,
I bet you've never not had your extension since.
Well, no, yeah, I haven't not since. But here's the other thing. The most valuable lesson I learned, you never go into a snow goose gunfight without at least a case and a half of shells. If you ever hunt with John and I, you will always see us put a bag of ammo behind. We have our blind bag with a case in it, and then we always put an extra one behind the because you do not.
You never know what that day's gonna bring.
Yeah, and you never want to go do the walk of shame back to the truck where everybody else is shooting because shells get pretty expensive when you're the last guy without a shell.
Yeah.
They get to be about $20-$30 a box when everybody else is banging the year out. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that was probably my most epic spring snow goose shoot. I've had a lot of honker hunts early season that have broke 100 on big honkers on migrator days. I've had some big lesser shoots down in Oklahoma and Texas. I had an epic 18-man crane shoot up in Saskatchewan one time.
It's a lot of. How'd you do the hide for that?
A-frames.
A-frames?
Yeah, so we shot, and it's a 5-bird limit in Canada. So for cranes instead of a 3 like down here. So I mean, we shot 18-man limit of cranes, and we never fired a shot over 30.
Do you have any crane in your freezer?
Yeah,
I would like some.
I just brought some. I got some fresh from Oklahoma. I just got back.
I would like to try that.
It is, and John's never been on a crane hunt either. So crane. If you've never been on a cranes ribeye the sky. It's the best eating waterfall you'll ever eat. The meat is very red like his cup there. It's like a beef. And even the string, it's stringy, so it's like it's tender.
Do you cut it into like steaks and then grill it?
If you cut the knuckle out around the wing, you can just whatever your seasoning, Lowry's, whatever, and put it on the grill. It's fantastic.
How big is a crane?
If I hold it, I know I'm 5'10". If I hold it up to my chest, the feet will hit the ground. I mean, they're
like,
big.
What size cut are you getting out of that? Is that?
Oh, it's breasts are about this big.
Okay.
But even like the cranes, like how many geese have you ever cut the legs out of? I've seen 2 fist fights in my life over cranes taking the meat because there's like an extra one that somebody wanted or whatever that these guys go at each other over this crane meat. And so I love decoy. There's cranes actually decoy a lot like snow geese. They get real vertical and they start flipping upside down. Hunting cranes is like hunting turkeys almost too, where if I get a crane to answer me, my call, and I do that call, we get the conversation going, I'll kill them 100% of the time. Cranes are very vocal if you get them to answer you. But the thing about cranes is they're acrobatic as snow geese, but their eyesight's better than a turkey. You can't move. You can't have cameras sticking out of the top of the blinds. You can't have the dog's head sticking out. Their eyesight is phenomenal. But when they don't see you, they will come in and start flipping. I mean, they'll be 30 yards.
Bird to flip around.
Oh, they just get vertical and they'll fly upside down damn near. They'll glide, upside down. And the other thing about cranes is this little. Actually, if you can kind of see on the camera here, I got on the web of my hand here, I got a scar. My first crane I ever shot, it came over. It was basically a pass shot. It was like at 70 yards. I shot at it and it glides down. And I walk over and it's doing this hoist Gracie shit where it's laying on its back and it's kind of kicking. I think it's dead, right? So I reached down to grab it by the neck and it went right through the web of my hand. On my mom's life, it went right through here. That's what that scar is. It's from they are mean as a freaking pet coon, and that is, I'm telling you, I would rather try to shave a bobcat's balls than fight with a crane. They are mean. It is bad. I'm telling you.
I've heard that like guys don't send their dogs after them and stuff.
Well, now I do. My dogs are trained to handle them. You'll see guys run goggles on their dogs, so their dogs don't get pulled, picked in the eyes and stuff. But the main thing is that a dog's either going to do two things. It's either going to get poked and run away, or two, it's going to get poked and get pissed off. My old dog Bama, rest in peace, he got poked one time in the side of the face and it cut him open, and he jumped on that thing and he ripped its head clean off. Like he just chewed its head till it was dead. And then every crane he ever brought back to me after that was missing a head because he would chew them off.
Oh.
He even brought it back. So it goes two-way with dogs.
Yeah.
And I'm a big dog guy, so that's part of the thing I love Waterfall. But the cranes, they're mean. You have to be careful. I always tell guys, if we drop 8 or 9 cranes and they will stand right up to you and just spread their wings out and start swinging that head. I mean, it's
Really?
they're aggressive. They'll go like this. They'll stick way out and they'll just start like this and they'll come right at you, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. So I always tell guys, just keep a couple extra shells in your pocket. Go with your gun. They stand up, shoot them. I know guys, though. There's a video I just seen on Instagram the other day. And these guys are being guided down in Texas, and this kid shoots his first crane, and the guide hands him this. You remember the T-ball bats?
Yeah.
The ping, And this guy gives this guy this bat, and he says, "What am I supposed to do with this?" He says, "Go get your crane." So you see this kid running out there, and he's just like this, and this crane stands up and tricks, and you just hear ping on camera, and this crane's head goes off, and God, I mean, but they are mean. They're not something to mess around with. Shoot them. Be careful, like I said. I mean, that beak went right through the web of my hand here, and that hurt like hell too.
Was your hunt over?
No, hell no. No way. No, I'll always go, especially for cranes. So for me, it would be snow geese, cranes, honkers, specks, and then probably ducks at the very end. I'd like a challenge. I know there's a lot of duck guys out there, and they're gonna probably.
And it depends where you're at in
Yeah.
the world. Like they get tougher in some areas than.
Yeah, ducks are just. I've hunted ducks all over, and I just get bored with it. John Olson's a big duck guy, though.
No.
Boy.
Big duck guy.
Is he?
He likes hunting them in the timber
Yeah, in the timber, he likes it.
down in Arkansas.
Yeah, no.
I mean, that does seem like it'd be fun. I really want to go on one of those duck hunts where you're where you rent the blind and it's also your hotel room for the weekend.
Oh yeah, those are cool. I've seen that.
Doesn't seem like it's a real hunting trip, but it
Yeah.
seems like it'd be an absolute blast.
The cool thing about when you hunt that timber like that, when they get down in that hole,
They're sucked. They're stuck.
They're stuck. They can't go anywhere. Like you literally see like panic in their eye.
Yeah.
Like they're trying to get out of the trees and they hear the shots going off.
See, that was one of the things, and yes, we used to sneak up on snow geese and jump
Right.
shoot them and whatever. Have you never done that?
Oh,
Okay, good. So one of the best things that I remember
I ain't too
as a
proud.
snow goose, as sneaking up on snow geese, is you'd sneak down a ditch, and you'd be 15, 20 yards away from them, and there's 5,000-6,000 snow geese sitting there, and you're like, it's over. They don't even know it. Then you pop up, and they're all doing their thing. All of a sudden, every single one, like there's like that 2 seconds of like, we're dead. Whoa! They freak out and go flying.
One thing I don't like about jumping snow geese is I gotta run. Running's not my thing.
Yeah.
You talk about putting geese down. Like when John and I would go, John would throw his gun on the ground and run for the furthest geese, and I'm like, gun, boom, boom, boom. He's out there grabbing them and whipping them and grabbing them and
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, I know, and and even on big rainouts when the geese come in and you guys, will rain out 50, 60 geese out of a flock or whatever, I mean, yeah, you end up doing that, but God,
That's what the dog's for.
that's why I work so hard this summer with my damn dogs. Like, I don't want to chase them down. Like, back! No! I mean, that's my thing I love. And that's why I love Waterfall. I mean, John's got dogs too, and he loves dogs. My dogs are the most important things in the world to me. I take them with me to work every day. Thor knows this. He'd come into work, and my dogs are laying under my desk. I'll be working, and I would say it's a quarter why I love waterfall hunting so much and bird hunting is because of the dogs.
Yeah.
That bond you get with your dogs. When you watch your dog and you've taken that dog from a 7-week-old puppy, and you watch that dog and he'll do a 500-yard blind and go get a snow goose, and everybody in the blind's like, yeah, we didn't have to run get it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
It's just like, it's so awesome. It's like watching your kid. I don't have any kids, but I mean, it's just to watch them grow and get better and better and better. And I've been lucky enough to have, three really good dogs in my life, but it's just, that's the next key. I love watching dogs work. Good
dogs. The adrenaline rush, friends, and what's the fourth one?
So probably camaraderie,
Well,
the dogs,
friends.
the dogs, the shooting, and then I love travel.
That's part of why I love what I do with fishing too. Is like going to somewhere new, experiencing something different, doing things that you'd never do otherwise.
Yeah, and prepping. I honestly, in the summer when I'm getting stuff ready, fixing trailers, fixing decoys, there's no better feeling than when you get that truck loaded, you put that sumbitch in gear, and you pull out of your driveway and you're just gone.
They're gonna fall off your head.
I'm glad you're so conscious
When
of my
you
glasses.
So because we all have glass Costas,
Yeah.
turns out when they fall off your head,
They crack
they shatter.
sometimes. Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks for looking out. Was that you looking out?
Yeah.
No,
That was you looking.
but he has
Okay.
a new set of lenses on order. So I didn't
he
want to see it
understands.
happen twice in a week.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my. Oh.
So what's the deal? Why you I never asked you this, but why did you start fishing? Why did you start filming? So you had the websites, you had that stuff, but why did you start filming?
Kind of the same thing like you. I think the fun things, the cool things that end up in our lives are things we never anticipated happening. So for us, we were just having a good time. We started doing, the old GoPro. Like we were like every other person out there. It's like, and someone liked it. Someone said, do it. So, and then we got backing from Eskimo, and we got backing from several other companies, and it was like, okay, we're off and running.
Yeah, no,
Now here
that's
we
kind
are.
of the same way. But the first one that ever asked me to take it was my mom. Complete mama's boy. That's one thing you don't know about Michael McNeal. I'm a mama's boy big time.
I knew it.
Knew it. And my mom would always say, send me a picture, or, hey, take a video of that and send it to me. You know what I mean? So I'd start every hunt, I'd take a cool picture and send it to her. I'd take a little video. And then she'd start sharing her friends. So then it got to be a thing as, well, has Michael sent you a video from Montana or wherever I was that week, And so I started doing that. And then I started, doing a lot more in your face, talking about the hunts. You've seen some probably, if you follow me, you've seen some of the videos where I, use the camera and I talk a little bit and try to be a goofball and stuff. And I just started getting a little more personal with it, and people really like that. I don't know why, but
Do you really have to try to be a goofball though?
no, it's
It comes across.
I mean, I've known you for, gosh, actually the first time I ever met you, John and I actually bought an e-collar from you.
You bought an e-collar from me, yeah. It was, and John had the hell was he driving then? A Grand Prix or a...
No.
No, it was he had a car. You guys met me in a great car.
White car.
What? In a car, didn't we meet at
I think it was the girl he was dating at the time. It was a red Impala.
It was some girly car that he pulled up in.
Yeah. But that's how we first met you.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't know that one day we might like you a little bit, but at that time, I remember actually driving away from that. I'm like, that guy was kind of a dick.
I get that a lot.
I mean, but
It's the same response you have after he sells the advertising.
No. Yeah, thanks for the decoys. Appreciate it. Yeah, Mike pays for all my hunting trips. How does that make you feel? So, yeah, and that's the thing. Like, people have this, I do a lot of stuff. I talk a lot of shit on the internet. Yeah, I do that. I like to get people going. You know what? You know what makes me so upset? The PC culture, the cancel culture. It pisses me off. I've taken it as my personal job to get we grew up on South Park. We grew up on Animaniacs. We grew up on all the shit that, like, should not make us such a bunch of freaking pussies.
yeah, but as long as you're not on there, like, because we just had a whole podcast about not being, like, I don't like to call it a bully, but like the guy that's just like, whatever you use sucks, whatever you do sucks.
Yeah.
You're more just like,
I call people on their bullshit.
Well, I guess so. For the record, this is we did discuss that we were going to interview the keyboard warriors.
we kind of got one here.
He's not one of the keyboard warriors because he will say it to your face.
I will say it.
True.
Just come hang out with him. He says it online so that he can spread the message farther, but he will say it to your face.
Like, my biggest one last year was about the Snow Goose World Championships. Fucking what a gong show. I wish John was here on this one too, because
I know nothing about these world championships.
Oh my god!
How did it go? Did they actually do it?
Yeah, they've done it a couple years, and I don't know if because of COVID this year if they're doing it or not. I haven't heard much about it. I think they probably got me blocked on every platform now. But I did a big video about it last year, and I posted it, and it went crazy and viral. And
On Instagram?
On Instagram and Facebook, and I posted it, and John watched it, and he called me, and then I remember not 10 minutes later I get a call from Arkansas. An Arkansas number calls me after I hit the post button, and it was somebody from Max Prairie Wings that left me a message. I never responded to him, but it's just they talk about it's the who's who, and it actually means something. And I can think of 30 really good snow goose hunters that won't even take part in it.
Well,
but anyway, so there's just stuff like that. Like, I try to call.
but why did you hate it? So, like, explain that to me. Like, why did you have a hatred for it? I never saw this video.
You never saw.
I'm gonna go back and watch it when we're done. 'Cause it's got to still be out there.
It's got to be out there still.
Well, it's probably still trending somewhere.
I'm sure it is. As it was crazy. I don't know how many. It had like 800 or 1,000 shares or something like that crazy. But my
Without getting too crazy about it, like, why were you against it? I mean, to be fair, people should know why you didn't like it so much.
Okay, so number one reason was none of the big players wanted anything to do with it. Okay, so there's guys like me, John, Adam Mertz, Colt Tolley, Brian Klein, the guys that run with John, Tony Vandemore, Ben Fouillon. I could go on and on and on. There's 20% of the snow goose hunters that kill 80% of the geese, right? I mean, there's most of us that do
that are a part of 80% of the kills.
Yeah. So none of us wanted to get it. So first of all, it was a fake championship because nobody wanted it. So then you got these guys that are buying 400 socks and going out. The first year they did it, the winners jump shot their limit. It was supposed to be all over decoys. So what they did is they snuck into this pond late at night, right, with 6 decoys. They threw all over the pond, so they were hunting over decoys, and then they shoot into these geese, and they knocked down like 130 of them. And that won the tournament. So they were hunting over.
How did that come out?
They found out about it, bragging about it. Everybody found out about it. So that was the first year. So then they started making people take lie detectors. So snow goose hunting is already hard enough. Getting land access is already hard enough. Dealing with farmers, telling them that we're not going to rut up your fields. We're not going to, and then
because part of being a responsible hunter is to be
pick
responsible
up your
to the
shells.
landowners.
Yeah. And it's just the whole idea and the principle of it just brings more greed, more hatred, more jealousy, all to win a new Benelli shotgun. Like
That's what it was?
Well, they had a prize package. A winner got whatever this or that, all sponsor given, whatever. Now, the one cool thing that they did, and I will give Max this, is they did donate all the meat to feed the hungry. So that was cool. But since there was no killers there. I mean, the amount of geese that were killed were
minuscule.
minuscule.
And to be fair, you're not a killer every single time you go out. Every day is different.
Every day is different.
So you're not trying to say that every time you touch a gun, you kill 100 plus snow geese.
No, but from what they killed in that tournament, you couldn't feed a hungry bunch of barn cats with that. I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying. That's my point.
No, well, I think it's fair to like just. Obviously, there's probably a lot of people that agree with you. There's probably some people that are like, well, I was part of that tournament.
Yeah. There's, like, you've never hopped in, like fishing tournaments, like you've done a lot of those fishing tournaments and stuff, The lake's big enough for everybody, you know what I mean? There's only so many fields, so many, like, and it just gets to be, and for what? Like, I just don't like it when they try to take our sport that I like and just make it all about the trophy or all about who kills the most. Snow goose hunting is so much more about than who kills the most. If you've ever got to lay under a flock of snow geese and watch 5,000 of them spin down to 10 feet in front of you, there's nothing like it.
No, I agree. There's a lot of guys because, I used to waterfall hunt a lot. Then we started doing the fish addictions thing and time kind of got short. Fishing in the fall, fishing in the spring, all that kind of stuff. And that's the one thing I miss I went down to Arkansas last year and I was with my kid and my dad and my nephew. And that first big flock, it wasn't 5,000, but there was probably 1,000 of them that just spun on top of us. And I'm like, holy shit. Like,
and they're so
it's been a long time since I feel this. Like, boom, 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 boom. And then, like, in your head, you're like, these geese are so screwed.
Yeah.
Like, they have no idea that we're popping up.
There's nothing like it, man. And I've got to kill a lot of big deer in my life. I just shot a huge monster hog down in Oklahoma when I was down there. Antelope. I've shot everything that I wanted to. I've killed big animals, but I'll tell you what, to this day, and all the thousands and thousands of them I've killed, when they start spinning and they start landing at your feet like that, and they're so loud, and it's just, you can feel it in your chest, man. That's why I get out of bed. I'm just hooked. I would drive by a 5,000 honker feed to go hunt 5,000.
So why don't you guide?
I don't want to take what I love the most and make it money. Number one, I don't need the money. I do very well for myself doing what I do. And it's my fun.
My brother said that for years, like, I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to do this. And he enjoys it.
But he guides more to help his friends out. His friends want to do it. John likes the money.
I think it's the camaraderie thing, of the guides and everything like that. Yeah. I wouldn't call it pretty much helping his friends out. I think he guides more just
right.
He really likes it. He doesn't like to admit that he likes it, but he likes it. John's a people guy. You're a people guy. You would be a good guide because
and I've tried it. Here's the one thing Goose Reapers guided outdoors on Oklahoma. I'm friends with all those guys. I went down. In fact, I just got back from down there. The one thing I don't like is when you get at somebody that that's a client and they know you and it's more of a buddy hunt, it's cool. But I got at some guys from North Carolina that were complete dicks. They were, I took them on, they shot 99 lessers the first
but you still come to us every month to sell us radio ads and we're complete dicks to you.
Yeah, it's because we're friends though. It's like cool. It's different if you're friends and you're a dick to each other,
It's one thing to be an asshole.
I'm glad he doesn't have the sweater vest on.
I got a vest though.
Yeah, you're in business.
Yeah,
I was really hoping he was going to wear the sweater vest.
No.
I thought that was a requirement of him coming was to wear the patented sweater vest.
You guys don't understand how hard it is to be pretty. Like, it's not easy.
Have you seen my hair? You think I don't know what it's like to be
That's
pretty?
some flow, dude. Dude, you got a white one in there.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that shit, dude.
Is it
what are you, like 26?
27.
He's screwed. I didn't start going gray till I was like 33.
They're mostly on the temples.
Yeah.
So I can cut them out still if I want to. But
don't do it. They grow back faster. It's a real thing.
I'm thinking about owning it and going and spending the $12 on Touch of Gray.
My wife actually told me last night that I should do Just for Men beard, and I'm like,
she didn't like the gray?
I guess not.
Oh, see, I'm thinking about owning it and going the other way and just turning my hair gray.
Well, I kind of rebelled against it, but she was pretty persistent. Like, I think she might actually, next time she goes to the store, buy it for me. I did that once. You want to know a true fault? Like, I have a picture somewhere. If we can find it, we'll post it up here or whatever. But when I first started getting gray, I was pretty, and I bought this Just for Men stuff, and I did just the gray part. Well, yeah, then I had a darker patch here than anywhere else. It was terrible.
Your wife is not going to let you leave the house with your beard dyed not gray. Because she wants you to look younger for all of the random bar floozies. Is it
I
like,
mean, yeah, they're just lining up. You know, I got to lock the doors at night. They're going to join us.
I mean, here where they know your wife is, no, but I've seen you have to beat them off with a
Oh,
stick.
lie.
Wow.
Such a liar.
Does she know about this?
No. Thor goes to places and he'll be like, hey, Mike has a TV show for his own benefit.
So, oh yeah,
And
all
then-
right, all right.
Wow.
So we're up at Lake of the Woods.
I really don't want to tell this story because I love you, honey.
Well, yeah, that's why I'm going to tell this.
Yeah, well, you used that against me.
So you're in Lake of the Woods. So how many teeth did she have?
That was the thing. All of them
No.
were there for walleye opening.
No.
Yes.
No. Don't believe it.
Legitimate
Don't
pack of
believe it.
unicorns walks in.
I can't believe we're talking about this right now.
Legitimate pack of unicorns. And I thought, hey,
And this was like 8 years ago.
yeah. So because I was at least 21 because I was in the bar. So it was like 6 years ago.
Okay.
But I thought, why not try to find a.
And we're
port
all
away
sitting
from
there
home.
just having a drink, eating supper, and all of a sudden Thor's like, I'm going over there.
Yeah, and so I'm standing up, gonna go photobomb this bridal party, and Mike's like, "Hey, I'll give you $100 if you jump in that picture with them."
Oh, the Mike $100 things. You get people to do some stupid shit
Yeah.
for $100.
But I was already
Very entertaining.
I was already in the process of joining the picture, so
but I
it was a
didn't
free
know
$100.
Best, but it's good investments, Mike, mainly.
Yeah, for sure. Smart investments.
Have you ever
Entertainment.
fallen for an Olsen gamble or participated in
I
one?
don't need the money, so I'm the
It's not
same way.
usually about needing the money.
Yeah, I'm the same way though. I'll bet my guys. Like I usually do like a case of shells or a box of shells, or if it takes some broke college kids out to go hunting with me, they'll do anything. I mean, here, drink that bottle of Tabasco. I bet you won't dump it in your eye. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I've got some guys do some stupid shit.
What's the dumbest thing you've got somebody do on a bet?
Well, I bet a guy $50 that he wouldn't pee in a shampoo bottle at Goose Camp. This guy, like, we have one guy in our group that will shower 3 times a day. He'll shower in the morning before he leaves. We get back at noon. He'll shower every time. We always wonder what he's doing in there. So he peed in this guy's shampoo bottle, and we all had a few cocktails or whatever. The guy,
Did he figure it out?
he dumped it in his hands and he could smell it, I guess, and he didn't. But that's what he said. But
So my favorite bet I've ever made is a guy up at Flag Island. He was a bartender and it was Super Bowl, and there was only like 10 people in there. And I was like, we were making fun of him, not making fun of him, but joking back and forth. And I was like, hey, I bet you $100 that you can't take every drink, put a pitcher on the table. Every time you clear a drink, you have to dump what's left in that drink into this pitcher, and at the end of the night, you drink it. And he did it.
how drunk was he?
It was disgusting.
Oh my god, guys!
It's mostly like just half chewed ice at that point.
No, I mean, and then we were being the assholes and like buying shots of Ruppelmans and take half
dumping
of
it
it
in
and
there.
dump the rest of it in there. So I
Right.
mean, he had. It was gross, but he drank her down. He did her.
That's
You should
pre-COVID.
Pre-COVID. Pre-COVID.
The Super Bowl hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, I was good. It probably will by the time this comes out.
Yeah, shit.
Or maybe not.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, because it's on Sunday. And
Sunday.
This will probably be on Sunday.
yeah, and I've clear beard guys before that were. I remember this one guy. As North Dakota hunters, we have most of us like to pick on the Wisconsin hunters because they always have canoes and they always jump a roost and all that kind of stuff. So there's always a big debate on that, right?
Yeah, be careful because there's plenty of people from Wisconsin here. Or just let it loose because then they'll find you on Instagram and badger you.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, you canoe.
Michael __ McNeal.
Yeah, you canoe toting sons of bitches. Get out of my sons. Anyway, so this guy was always talking crap about how Wisconsin people are better than North Dakota people. I'm like, then why do you come here and hunt? But he just would go on. And he was a friend who got brought by a friend, and we went to the bar, and one night he's like, I can out chug more beer than you. Well, I got this thing where I can chug beer really fast. Like I can chug a 16-ounce.
I could see it.
Yeah. Anyway, so he didn't know that. So we did a one race, and I just kind of slowed up just so he thought he had a chance. Oh, that was too close. Let's do another one. And then he was getting drunk, so he kind of went to the bar and went to the bathroom. Well, I bought 3 shots of vodka, and I drank some of his beer, and I dumped the vodka in there just to prove a point, right?
Yeah.
And man, we did 3 of those on him, and it wasn't pretty. But he
Does he? Okay, yeah. All right, we're back. Took a quick break just in case you want to cut this.
I was just gonna rewind it. It was gonna be a thing, but
Rewind. Well, the thing is like, oh, you want to visit it? I don't really have a problem with other people wanting to come and enjoy our resources, and I don't like the fact that you're calling them idiots. I don't like the fact that you're calling them that stuff, so it's not very nice.
we'll rewind it.
So, the lottery in North Dakota.
yeah, I got to roll.
Hold on now. So, more specifically, whitetails.
Whitetail, mule
Deer.
deer, elk,
Right.
the whole 9 yards. It's all broken system.
I mean, I bought land in Minnesota because of all this.
Right.
I mean, I currently have a buddy of mine who hasn't drawn a tag in 7 years.
I just got my antelope tag last year. It was 9 years. The mule deer I shot,
Wait, didn't they close antelope for a lot of years?
they did. Yeah.
Yeah, so it obviously would take you 9 years, right?
Yeah.
So you got it the second year they opened it back
No,
up.
it's been open for a while now.
Oh, has it?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought it was been closed.
Yeah,
for a
it's been they had closed it, but 9 years to get my mule deer tag. I really wish that someone would relook at this. They have a weighted lottery, so if you have more points, you're supposed to have. But I had a buddy who moved to the state, and in his second year, he drew a mule deer tag, and I was sitting on 7 years, and I didn't get one.
Yeah.
I just wish that they'd kind of.
Well, here's my thing about it, right? So you grew up, you got a passion for hunting because you were able to do it early. Not that kids can't get a tag, because under 16 they get a tag every
Doe
year.
tag. First, they start off with doe tags, and then they get a buck tag.
So, but here's the problem: if Dad doesn't get a tag, if Uncle doesn't get a tag, if Grandpa doesn't get a tag, they're not going to put the effort. My most fond memories of deer hunting is deer camp, camaraderie, all the things you love about goose hunting. The
Yep.
same thing with big game hunting.
Yep.
It's never as fun by yourself. I drew a North Dakota tag one year, and I went out and shot that deer by myself, and frankly, it sucked.
Did.
It really did. I mean, I go up to Minnesota where we got 7, 8 guys in deer camp. We hunt hard. I'm there by myself for part of the time because I never leave the whole sea. If the season's open, I'm there
Right.
for the most part. Well, those guys are coming and going, but I do not enjoy it when I'm there by myself as much as I do when my buddies are back and you can tell them about what just happened, or
Right.
you shoot a big deer and they're helping you load it in the back of the Ranger or what have
Right.
you. I mean, why don't they take? Because right now you can buy a bow tag over the counter.
Right, and they're trying to make that a lottery too. Like that's
So
been
if they make
discussed.
that a lot, is it because of the blue tongue and all that kind of stuff?
Well,
Because
here's
it
what
used to be not so hard to
Right.
get it.
Well, so when I was in college, you could get 5 doe tags and a buck tag and a buck tag. So when the deer were good and we had a good population, they were giving out all these tags. Well, then we had one bad winter, and we had like 3 feet of snow. A lot of the deer died off. They couldn't get food. They couldn't get. And they all died off. And then our population got so low. It got mismanaged from the beginning. You know what I mean?
Too many deer taken to not having deer to
Yeah, and I just, and even with the EDHC and whatever, the chronic wasting disease, CWD, whatever it is, the blue tongue, all that stuff. Some of that stuff, I don't think they like. I hunt down in a zone where you can get a tag a lot, and you have to leave the brain, and you can only take the meat, and you can cut the horns off. You have to cut the brain out, and they don't really ever find any. They find 1 or 2 of 10,000 deer shot in the zone. And
Well, I don't know a lot about. I've listened to a lot of like Steve Rinella stuff, that kind of stuff. It is a scary disease, I think. I
Right.
mean, the capabilities of this disease. I mean, look at what we've done for coronavirus.
right.
I mean, we've literally shut everything down. Like, there's probably people rolling their eyes at the fact that we're sitting less than 6 feet away from each other right now,
Yeah.
and we don't all live in the same household.
So that's my point, though. If they
Might not
would
live together, but we snuggled the other day.
Yeah, well, whatever.
stay warm,
It is winter.
it is winter. Well, and that's the thing. Like, what I'd rather see them do is if it's this bad where nobody can, I don't see a reason why you shouldn't get a tag every other year.
Sure.
But the other main factor is, and I love my landowners and I love farmers. I mean, they let me hunt. So I don't want to be this bash, but half of the tags every year go to landowners.
Sure.
So then of the 47,000 tags, half of them are gone right off.
Yeah,
the
they
top.
shouldn't have the landowner tags in a situation like this because of the pure fact if they want them gone, let people hunt.
Right.
Go in and hunt yourself. When you're done hunting, open it up, let other people hunt. Now, I'm going to say that and disagree at the same time because my land, like, I was there today. Like,
Right.
literally making sure my land was in good shape, redoing cameras. I mean, yeah, we're sitting here in February, but I'm a deer nut. Like, I
Right.
love deer.
It made
Right.
for super inconvenient business
And
calls too.
like I'm literally there today making sure feeders are full, making sure everything's going right.
Right.
So I don't really want other people to shoot my bucks that I've groomed all the way to this point either.
I'm talking about opportunity.
But
though.
then don't apply for a landowner tag.
And I don't.
Well, okay, so if everybody can't
In
have
the
a
state
tag-
of Minnesota, if you apply for a landowner tag, it goes onto a list. And on that list, you're supposed to let people hunt.
Right. I believe it's the same in
Is
North
what I
Dakota.
understand.
It
But
is, but the problem is there's only 47,000 tags, and half of them go to landowners, and the rest of us, 30,000 applicants, apply to get a tag. Well, we're all fighting for half the tags.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I don't know if it needs to be a rotation of every 2 years a landowner gets a tag. If I don't know if it needs to be
Well, we pride ourselves in a state that has the outdoors, that has everything. And there's got to be a better way. They just don't want to piss the people off.
Right.
You know, like it's been one way for so long, and there's a lot of people that disagree with it, but there's not anybody, it's not really at the top of their priority list, probably. I don't know. Why do you think? I've racked my brain. You know, in Minnesota, I bought land in Minnesota because of this reason. We get an over-the-counter tag every year. It might be only one. Sometimes it's an only buck tag. Sometimes it's an either-or tag. Sometimes we get a bonus tag.
And I grew up in Minnesota, so my family owns land. And in our zone back in Minnesota, you can get 3 doe tags and a buck tag.
Yeah. In my zone, you only get one tag. It's an either-or tag
Yeah.
this year. Next year, it might be a either-or tag and an extra and a bonus. But it's every year they change it, right? So, but I have lots of friends, obviously, in North Dakota that hunt that, you know, one of our friends this year, his wife got a tag. He didn't. You know, he went out there and tried, you know, but it's not nearly as fun if you're not able to pull the trigger.
Right.
And like I said, the dad's not going to put in the effort. He's gonna if he doesn't have a tag in his pocket. The kids,
He's gonna try because he loves his kids, but it's not gonna be the same amount of effort if
Well, here's
he
the deal.
gets to be the
Like,
hunter.
we stress kids getting in the outdoors. We stress. Yes, we're giving kids tags till they're 16.
Mm-hmm.
Great, that's awesome. But if they don't get a tag 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, they're
done.
not applying anymore.
They're doing something
How many do you think they lose? How many kids do you think they lose? I mean, everybody's so worried about these damn kids playing Nintendo and doing all this crap and not going outside. Well, we're not feeding their hunger either.
No.
As somebody that has never, like, I didn't grow up in
Nintendo, I said it. I don't know. I don't play game systems over there. Give me as much crap as you want. The last thing I played was Mario Kart.
on the
That's
Nintendo
it.
Switch.
On the Nintendo Switch.
Nintendo Switch 2 days ago, but whatever.
No, not 2 days ago.
It was a
I
week
played
ago.
it when we were actually the new episode that probably out by the time this comes. Of I did play it for like 5 minutes in there, and I whooped, but I haven't forgot how to play it.
But
So,
as somebody who grew up in a family that was not a deer hunting family, we dabbled into the waterfall hunting. I grew up near you, shotgun zone only. You know, it wasn't deer hunting. Just wasn't what we did. And then when I finished school, I kind of dabbled into bow hunting. And I can guarantee to you that if I didn't know that I could go buy a bow tag over the counter, I'm not applying for one.
I haven't applied for a North Dakota tag in 7 years now,
Right.
And you live here.
and I live here.
You know, like maybe if I was into rifle hunting, I'd be applying. But to put in as much work as you have to do in order to bow hunt effectively, I'm not waiting to find out if I won the lottery
Right.
to manage that land. I'm going to go somewhere else. I'm going to figure something else out.
Well, I mean, and I get it. You know, if you wait a couple years, if I had to wait a couple years for a tag, that's one thing. But 9 years,
Right.
Yeah, but even a couple years, right? I mean, maybe what they need to start doing is like they do with some big game hunts, moose hunts, that kind of stuff, where you apply, and if one person in your group goes, you all get a chance. So they still have the deer shack. They still have that camaraderie. Like you show up and they're like, okay, we got 3 tags this year for the group. You know, like.
but see,
once-
it's illegal to party hunt in North Dakota.
Well,
too.
once you shoot 3 deer, your group's done.
So-
You know what I mean? Like 6 guys apply, 3 of them get a tag. All 6 show up to camp. They all get to sit. Their name is, you have to predetermine who's on these tags. And then you go, correct me if I'm wrong, but Minnesota had that for bear lottery. They had that for moose lottery. They had that. As I was growing up, I always remember my dad applying for the lottery via him and my grandpa, so there would be 2 guys on the tag. They go hunting. Boom, there you go,
Right.
And maybe I'm wrong about that, but that's what I kind of remember as a kid.
I have no idea.
But I think that's a way to keep traditions going, because there's tons and tons of traditions that have been
I remember
lost.
when I was a kid in school and even in college, like they would that weekend, opening weekend, they would shut it down.
Oh, yeah.
Friday, everybody was gone.
So what's your plans this spring? Snow goose hunting's coming. You're thinking
I've got
no Canada.
Well, I've got
Snow goose is actually open right now down in Arkansas.
I've
bugging
got no, it doesn't bug me too much. I've got 1 more week left on my South Dakota license. I drew a tag in South Dakota. South Dakota as a waterfall hunter, you have to put in for a tag. You get 2 5-day periods. So I've got 1 more honker hunt coming in South Dakota. I'm going next week down there to hunt honkers. And then I think we're kind of talking about maybe
we'll run down to Arkansas and pop our heads in and say hi.
Say hi, But no, I really hit it hard in South Dakota and North Dakota, and then most years Saskatchewan.
Yeah.
But that's kind of so. I'll trust me. Michael's gonna get his snow goose time in all of March and all of April. But I like to, plus a lot of my buddies are close to here, so it's easier to get guys to, come out for 4 or 5 days in a row than it is to go down for 10 days or whatever.
To make it worth it.
And then go to a new area and meet new farmers, get on new land, I've been going to some areas for a long time, and it's, I've got farmers' numbers and texts, and, I can get on land pretty easy. So,
that's even part of the fun. You get to know these farmers, you get to know the people around there, and that's part of the fun.
That is the fun, and like I said, I stay with farmers. I've got in South Dakota and North Dakota, even the people, I'll rent out a pheasant lodge in South Dakota, or North Dakota, I'll rent a lodge out or whatever. And just even the people that own those and bars, you go to the same bar, you're back again, Yep. There's, that's and then traveling and I do like going into the challenge. This year for the first time ever, I went to Montana waterfall hunting. That was the most epic honker hunting I've ever had in my life, and I've had some good ones in North Dakota. It was so much fun. The weather was great. That was a cool destination to go to. So that was something new I did this year. But yeah, so I'll hit it pretty hard. And just maybe, I still got in the back of my head that maybe May 1st, Canada will open up.
Not happening. Sorry to ruin your dreams, but we keep really, really close tabs on what's going on up there for the fishing. In fact, we work with people up there, and
sounds like next year, right?
Yeah, 2022 is what they're looking forward to.
Hopefully,
that's what that word spoken by this person that I work with is. We're looking for 2022.
Gosh, that even screws up fall. You know what I mean? It's just,
and you got to remember, their rules are usually way stricter than ours.
Right.
Maybe that's going to change now with Biden in office. I don't know.
It might.
I know gas is going up fast.
Oh.
Don't get Michael McNeal started on politics.
Oh my God.
So speaking of rules changing, with Fish Addictions leaving Fox Sports North and Fox Sports Wisconsin, we get to play around a little bit more and have some more fun.
Yeah.
So I have a picture here that was taken during a catalog shoot.
Dusty. What you gonna do with the big fat butt?
All right. I was trying to figure out.
Wiggle.
I was trying to figure out what the
posing for you
should be for that picture. Because we get to have some more fun now that we're not on network.
So what I'm looking at, for those that can't see the...
Oh, they're going to be able to see it.
Oh, you're going to be able to see it?
It's going full screen.
Full screen? Okay. That's not very flattering. See?
No, it's not.
Is it more flattering or less flattering than the Michael?
Whoa! Hey! Do not show that one.
Well, you need to...
I didn't even think you had the camera snapping on that one.
Dude, you're so white. It looks like you have a Michael Jackson glove on right now.
Yeah.
That's how white you are.
I know. I see it.
I love little Michael. Oh my God.
I am half Norwegian.
You're white.
Yeah, dude.
Look how white your hair. It's as white as the snow.
In the summer, I turn as red as that house. I don't get tan.
That's your new nickname's Powder.
Powder. All right, I'll own it. Whatever.
God. And you say I'm the one, and you say I do weird shit.
Oh, you do 10 times worse than that.
Yeah.
What is that ball cap one?
Which one?
Oh, that's a door open. It looks like one of the Fish Addiction's ball caps from this side.
Yeah, I'm looking at the album that Dusty uploaded from our most recent fishing trip, which
We had fun on.
Look at this. He didn't get my face in any of these, so I still look pretty.
Yeah. Well,
He knows. He knows.
Yeah, but you still look like Shrek, you ogre.
Well, he got Fiona.
You got Fiona. Get out of my swamp.
I mean, Donkey ended up with the dragon. I'd
Right.
take Fiona.
Oh boy.
All right, so now
where are you guys going here soon? I mean, you guys said you're fishing tomorrow, or what's the?
We're gonna go spearing. I've never speared before.
yeah, we're gonna go try
Oh God, that's the one fishing that I like. My grandpa, back in the day, would take me out on Lake Osakis where I grew up, and we'd go right out in front of the family farm, and we would he'd go out there and he had his blackjack chewing gum in Copenhagen, and he'd rotate between the two, and he'd make us grandma'd make us a couple peanut butter sandwiches, and we go out there for 5-6 hours and spear and. Back in those days, they drop eggshells down the hole.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can do that now or not, but they put eggshells so that you could see.
and corn.
I've never seen corn. I've seen eggshells. Anyway, God, it was cool, man. It was to watch those. I mean, they are a true predator. When you watch them come through, they are really a predator, and it was so cool. And even like we'd spear dog. I mean, in our lake back there, we had a lot of dogfish. So I got my first thing I ever speared was a dogfish. I remember that, but. Of course, I remember.
Hopefully, dogfish are legal to spear.
Yeah, it's a rough fish. Back
Okay.
there. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
He's old as shit, so it's probably legal when he first.
I'm only 38. I'm not that old. So, but yeah. Anyway, so I remember the first, and of course, when you're a kid, I remember Grandpa had to use the bathroom, so he left me in there, and I'm sitting there like this, and of course it happens. He's outside, gone for 2 minutes, and I was maybe 8 years old, 9 years old. It was over Christmas break, and I had one. To this day, it was longer than the hole, and it just looked like an alligator coming through. It was so big. I know it's a big fishing story, and I'm not a real fisherman, so it's not a story. But yeah, I mean, it was just it was something cool to watch that thing, and I couldn't even throw the spear. I was so nervous.
Buck fever.
Buck fever, man. I was a kid, but
Well, I've never so spearing has kind of been one of those things I've always wanted to do, but because of Thor just talks about being on network television, it's kind of one of those things where
It's a little frowned upon.
it's a touchy subject for people. It's not that people don't like it, and it's not that it's not good, clean, legal fun, but we always shied away from it. And I promised Taylor that I said we're going to do it. So I called him and said, let's go. Let's do it. And he's like, really? I'm like, yep, we're going. Let's do it. He's like, all right, let's go. So like, I've never chucked a spear before. I've watched it done. I want to be more of a well-rounded fisherman, kind of like like hunting and that kind of stuff. Like you hunt big game and all that stuff. It's probably not going to make. Well, that's kind of why I'm nervous to go, is because I'm kind of one of those guys.
What if you get into it?
If I'm all in, I'm all in. That's kind of the muskie fear for me as well.
Yeah.
Like I've chucked baits for muskies. I've done that. I've had some follows. My heart thumped like you do there, and I had to put it down and walk away from it because if I would have gone again soon, this whole freaking building would have been muskie baits. Guaranteed.
Yeah.
We're up in.
because you like the challenge. A lot of guys will get really good at something, and that's what they do, and that's all they do. But you like the challenge. You like to learn new stuff.
But
we're up in Canada, muskie fishing. There were 3 of us who had never really done a lot of muskie fishing before, and similar to snow goose hunting, we were on that Canadian thing where it was a little easier than it should have been. And Mike moves the biggest fish I've ever seen in fresh water. Gets it in the figure 8, messes around with it for 10, 15 minutes, doesn't bite, whatever. Sits down, starts jigging for walleyes off the deep side of the boat. Didn't even cast another musky lure.
I knew I was in trouble. I knew I was in trouble because my heart was thumping and I was like, I can't do this. Like if I go home and spend $10,000 on muskie baits,
which is almost what you have
I'm going to
do.
be by myself. Like my wife's going to leave. Like I knew that. I know that much about myself. Like I want to go muskie fishing, and I will. And honestly, it was one of those things where, like, at that point in my life, I was like, can I add one more obsession to my life?
Yeah, but you love fishing.
Yeah, but
It's a
muskie
different
fishing
level.
is a different obsession, and so is spearing. Like, those are the two things that I've always told, like, you're going to get hooked. So we'll see.
It's like the difference. between
Next
somebody
podcast, I'll let you know if I got hooked on spearing or not. If so, I'll have a spear hanging right here.
Right.
It's like the difference between being somebody that's into waterfowl hunting and somebody who is like you.
Or like a duck hunter to a snow goose hunter.
Right.
Yeah, but like, you know me well enough, Michael.
Yeah.
You know that if I decide, oh, I'm doing it,
Right. Oh, and I'm the same way.
I'm done.
Like, I'm
Right.
I'm done. How
It's
am
a-
I going to make this a part of my life? Like, I don't understand. I don't know how. I don't know. But yeah, we're going spearing. And then this weekend, I'm going back to one of my favorite spots, Lake of the Woods, with my buddies. We're going up there for 3 days and then get back. And
You're trying to get to Idaho this year.
yeah, I would really like to get out there. But next week looks terrible.
It's
Like
gonna be cold.
highs in the negative like 10 and
It's gonna be
11.
cold. That's where goose hunting next week in South Dakota.
It's going to be cold.
I got those buddy heaters.
Yeah?
That's the best, man.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man, I started buying those and putting them in my A-frames.
The
Oh.
little ones or the
Big buddy heater with a 20-pound tank on it.
Oh,
Yeah, I covered
Have you
it.
seen the new
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Heater
Dude,
Flex?
yeah, you
heaters?
should buy the flex heater. It is okay. So
You can put a grill on top of
there's
it.
like something. Yeah, it comes with a cooker and everything.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So here's the deal. I have the big buddy heater. I have the little buddy heater. Love them. But this flex heater is in a different level. Like, it heats much bigger areas, way less propane. And then you know how sometimes you guys kind of get like I've been sitting in a house with propane all day
Yeah.
long. You don't get that with this. It must burn it way cleaner. And
Really?
we
I'll
don't
show
have,
you.
we don't have the science to back it up, but it does seem that way.
It seems that way. You know how your leg gets
It's all
super
hot.
hot? Not with this.
Really?
Yeah, it's
But it's a warmer, like,
it's a much more pleasant heat.
so it's like a radiant heat. So it warms your surfaces up more than it warms the air temperature
Well,
up.
if anybody wants to buy 4 buddy heaters, big buddy heaters, I got them for sale. Hit me up on Instagram.
Yeah. Go buy one of these that's called a flex.
Do
The
they sell
flex
them at
heater.
like Shields in town here? Or
I don't know if they have any. They've been basically
the
sold
issue is
out.
going to be whether or not you can find them in stock.
It's kind of like ammo right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All my buddies are trying to get stuff to go snow goose hunting. You cannot. I've seen it where 22, 223, pistol ammo is gone. You can't find steel shot. You can't find 3-inch double BBs.
Well, we
anywhere.
just went through an election year, and we just went through an election year that a guy that openly has a vice president that says, nope, we don't like your guns.
We're talking about shotgun ammo though.
I know.
Steel shot. You
Yeah,
can't.
but people go
get it.
crazy.
You can't get it. You can't get 3-inch BBs anywhere.
What are they worth to you?
Yeah, what are they worth? Because I think I have like 5 cases in my closet. right here.
You'll need it. Well, I'm sponsored by Federal, so I got.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, you got yours.
I have mine, but my buddies that are coming on these hunts this spring with me, they're trying to buy ammo. I'm like, how do you guys not? Well, I don't know how people just go buy a box of ammo.
Yeah, I
that's
know.
just like buying like a small ice cream cone. You know what I mean?
No. First off, so I pheasant hunt. So I usually, a box of shells is good for like 4 limits.
What?
Oh,
Liar. He just got done telling us about how he takes 3 boxes into a bird blind.
Yeah, it was years
and
ago.
he shoots all 3 boxes. And so it's
The
70,
party doesn't realize I let Hurdle shoot
75
the limit
rounds
for me.
for 12 geese, including him and a couple other guys.
Right.
So
when
probably
I go,
like 150 rounds for 12 geese.
but when I go pheasant hunting, I let Hurdle shoot my birds. I'm not dumb.
Yeah, well, he's a good shot.
yeah. I just.
Does he still hunt with the old Mississippi?
What's the old
It's a
Mississippi?
super long Remington 12 gauge.
No.
It's got like an abnormally long barrel, but
No.
it's the old
I think
Mississippi.
it's just an 870.
Hurdle, if you're listening to this, comment on this and let us know if you still hunt with the old Mississippi. Because I am, as much as I see Hurdle, like I haven't hunted with Hurdle for a while because you guys never invite me. You guys go pheasant hunting without me. I've got 2 dogs I love to hunt.
Didn't you guys? You
Hurdle also-
You guys had a place out in Mott.
We
didn't
still
you?
do, but the bird population went down, and the guy that we hunted on was like, "Hey, I just want to not pressure these birds."
You still have the house out there.
yeah,
don't
yeah,
you?
yeah. Not a house, but we got a like 50-foot trailer out there.
I mean, Hurdle never invites me to go pheasant hunting either.
You call him?
Yeah, I say, hey,
Wow,
Hurdle, can
whatever.
I come pheasant hunting tomorrow?
I love hunting with Hurdle. We got to have Hurdle on here.
We do.
Have you ever quail hunted though?
Yeah. In
I've been
Nebraska.
invited.
That is the funnest.
Big old covey gets up and it's just like, what do you shoot at? You just start blazing away.
Well, I killed more quail coming at me. You ever wonder how Cheney shot that guy? I remember the first time I quail hunted, it was with my dad and some guys down in Kansas, and a covey got up, and we had 3 come by us, and I'm swinging like this, and I'm like, looked down my barrel, I'm like, oh, I get it. Like, because they're kamikaze, they'll come right at you.
Yeah.
I killed more quail coming at me than I did going away from me. That is the funnest.
So the dogs jump them up and they come right at you.
Yeah, they'll come. They don't give a shit. They won't fly straight away from you. They'll come at you. Kamikaze. It's cool.
Screw you up.
Well, and then some of them will hold tight. But that was the other thing too, is they must get up so fast because they don't hold scent very well. Like my dogs had a hard time picking them up after we knocked them down. Like just finding them. I mean, I don't know if they get their wings going so fast they blow that scent off and it takes a minute. But it seemed like after the longer the bird laid there, the more scent it had. I don't know if maybe somebody that does it more often can. But that quail hunt was fun, man. That was a cool experience.
I know my uncle who trains dogs. When they quail hunt, they usually bring like 4 or 5 dogs with them.
Yeah.
At a minimum, like 2 or 3 pointers and then a few retrieving dogs.
Yeah, that was cool.
That's definitely one of my passions is the upland game hunt.
Can I title the podcast with "I get how Cheney did it"? No, no. All right.
It's true, man.
Why can't you? Can't use his name?
All right. Just wanted to double check. We've got some advisors in the background this evening.
Yeah, the camera guy walked in 5 minutes after Michael was ripping camera guys.
Oh yeah, you missed out big time.
And Mike called you a prima donna.
I did not. I said camera guys are a prima donna, except for the 2 we got, is my exact words.
Don't let him lie to you, guy.
That's Dusty, by the way. He has a name.
Hi, Dusty.
Do you have anything more you want to talk about? Like, get off your chest? I mean, gosh. Other than that, we've been at this an hour and 20 minutes already.
Yeah.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Yeah.
I don't know. I really enjoy. I enjoy your TV show. I love watching this.
Okay,
really cool
have you ever watched one of our shows, actually?
I've watched 3 of them.
Thank you. You know my son's never watched one?
I followed you on YouTube today.
He did.
That's
And I followed you back on Instagram because your son's a bitch is finally following you back.
Yeah.
Fish Addictions or Mike?
Fish Addictions.
Well, I follow you.
Yeah, but not.
Do you follow me?
Yeah.
Okay, well.
But in the Fish Addictions.
See, that's what happens. If you follow us, we'll follow you back.
Yeah, but you finally followed Fish Addictions finally, and you did it.
No. Yes to that, no to that. Just because you follow us on Fish Addictions does not mean we're going to follow you back.
Maybe if I'm hitting the follow button, you get a follow back.
I never realized how big that actually is on social media. So as I get bigger and bigger with the social media thing, grow it, like I'll have guys, hey, can I get a shout out? I got 4 of those today. Can I get a shout out? I'm like, no, guy, I don't. Well, you tag us, help a guy get his page grow. I never realized how big of a deal that was.
Or like people follow you, and then as soon as you follow them, they unfollow you.
Right.
Right? Because apparently it's a big thing that you should be following 30,000 people, or you should be following 200 people, but 30,000 people should be following you. I don't know why. It doesn't make sense to me.
It's not so
Can
much.
somebody explain that to me? Because I am not understanding that for sure.
Well, so part of it is, so when I work with the Fish Addictions Instagram account, I like to scroll through the news feed and stay up to date with things that are happening in the industry and the things that we're directly interested in. You know, similar to how anybody else uses their personal Instagram. Mm-hmm. You follow the accounts that you are interested in.
Sure, yeah.
And while we want to know what all of our followers are up to, it's simply not possible for us to keep up with.
If they want us to know what they're up to, tag us.
Right. Give us a tag. I go through those daily.
Oh, yeah.
Every time Fish Addictions gets tagged in a picture, I go through it. That is for sure. That is the best way to make sure that Fish Addictions knows what you have going on.
And we had somebody ask us if I actually reply to them. I would say 90% of the time I get on there and reply back to somebody.
Yeah.
Personally. If it's a quick question, like where were you guys at, you'll answer it. But if it's a technical question that somebody wants, I'll reply to that.
I try to reply to everybody on mine too. Like,
Yep.
I mean, I will say one thing: knife makers are the scourge of the earth.
Huh?
Guys that make knives, like they will spam the heck out of you. They'll like you, unfollow you, follow you, and as soon as you follow them back, like boom, they tag you in every knife post that they have.
Really?
Like guys that make like Damascus knives or whatever.
But they won't answer you back either.
No.
Interesting.
Because I've ran into that. Because it'd be cool to have have a fillet knife.
This
company.
Damascus would be cool.
Right. It'd be badass.
I mean, it'd have to be Bubba right now because that's the only knife I'm using.
right. But if somebody made you a sweet custom Damascus knife, you'd
I'd
probably
cut my hand off. It's been so long since I've used a straight blade. Like, I could still do it. I guarantee I could.
Yeah.
But it would take a lot of time. And when, like, cleaning 20 fish or something like that. And I only clean fish when
20
I want to
fish.
eat them. And I'm hungry usually when I want to eat them. So
Right.
I want to get it done. And honestly, that Bubba knife's pretty badass.
They are sweet.
Now in the fishing world, this is the number one question as a guy that kills a lot of waterfall gets. What do you do with all those birds? Do you actually eat them? Do you guys ever get that on the fishing world?
Well, here's the deal with fishing.
See, we make a point out of letting the fish go.
Unless we're spearing them, we let them go. Let them go. Let them grow, buddy.
and
Right.
make.
So
a
we
point
don't
out of
have
it.
that really big issue because, like,
Oh my God! That is the number one question. Do you actually clean all those birds? Yeah, of course we clean every one of them. And
Yeah.
I actually have 5 needy families that I give probably 400 pounds of goose to every year.
Yeah.
They make sausage and summer sausage and I mean all sorts of stuff.
oh, it's good. I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, like, I know a lot of guys that kill a lot of things, a lot of geese, a lot of whatever. Guys that are hunters, 9 times out of 10 are ethical people. They're not killing it just to kill it. If you're killing it and you're gonna do something with it, I know a lot of people that donate food. I know a lot of guys that bring it to a processor, get it processed, and then donate it. So they
Oh,
actually
yeah,
stick
absolutely.
money into it. You
Absolutely.
know, and so I know snow goose hunters get a really bad rap on
We
that.
do. Well, and here's the other thing. The one I hate the worst is you kill 100 geese, and then there's that guy that cleans them and cuts the breast meat out, and then just throws it right along the highway
Oh,
where
yeah,
everybody can
dumb.
see it. I mean, I understand, like, what are you supposed to do with all the carcasses? Because you get yelled at if you throw it in a dumpster in town. But God,
What-
these guys just need to think a little bit. Last year I was hunting in North Dakota, southern North Dakota, snow geese, and these guys, I don't want to say where they're from because I know, but they killed 40 snow geese and they cleaned them and they just were throwing them along a gravel road. I mean, right in the ditch.
Yeah.
And I looked at them like 20 yards further is some cattails. Pitch them in the cattails. I stopped and told them like, hey, grab those geese, throw them in the cattails. This is why you get a bad name. This is why, that we get in trouble. I guarantee you somebody's going to drive by that, see it,
Take a
post on
picture of it.
and post, oh, look at all these bad hunters and what a bunch of slobs. And you know what I mean? Like, that's the other thing. Like, pick up your shells. Throw them where people can't
Can
see
you
them.
keep me like 20 wings and legs this year? Because my grandpa used to make a recipe with snow geese and smoke them,
Yeah.
and I just want to do it again. So if we don't make it hunting, I really would like honest back legs, like 20 geese worth, so 40
Yeah.
of each. Like,
Yep.
I know
Oh,
it
you-
takes a little
Yeah,
extra
I'll-
time, but I'd love it.
You guys are going hunting this year.
We gotta go. We were gonna do it last year. Just go for 5 or 6
Hey,
days.
you flaked out on me last year.
Well, I had the men's show stuff going on
That's this weekend.
next weekend.
Next weekend.
So as long after that, and I'm actually going to South Dakota next weekend. So
You're not even going to be there.
nope.
Yikes.
Yeah, I told him I was.
The boat show in Fargo just happened, and I was wondering how it was going. Doubled attendance.
Yeah, we were
I went.
concerned because.
I own the Fargo Ice Show, and we had to cancel it.
Well, I know because you spend money with me, and I missed that commission.
Yeah, me too.
But yeah, so we were really concerned, with the COVID stuff, if people were going to show up. But now after hearing about the Fargo show, like, I think people are just so over it. They want something to do. They want to get out of their house. They want to see stuff. They want to, I
It's
really.
just like everything else. There's two ends to it. Like, I want to get out and do something. I don't really care. If I care a little bit, I'll wear a mask. If I don't, are you guys going to require masks?
It's mandatory.
Yeah.
That and the Alaris is
Which
giving,
at this point, who cares, right?
right. I mean, we've all pretty much had it.
I haven't.
You haven't?
That you know of.
Well, I've had no symptoms of it.
There
either.
you go.
So
I bet you should just go take the $25 antibody test.
See if you had it. Pick your brain a little
There's
bit.
a lot of people that have been doing that actually had it that never knew they had it.
Right. When I had it, I had the worst body aches I've ever had in my entire life. I was in bed for 3 days. I couldn't even get out of bed.
When I had it, I lost my taste and smell for about a month, and I never went and got tested. So I guess I'm 99% sure I had it. I never went and actually got tested because I didn't want to. I knew I had it, and I had a fever and a headache for one day. Other than that,
I wasn't sick, but man, my aches, it was, and then the chills.
I mean, you're a prima donna, so
Yeah, I am. I'm soft. Yeah, there's that. I'm really soft.
You should sing for Florida Georgia Line.
Oh, god damn it.
Here's another little known fact about Michael McNeal. He's a karaoke god.
I am.
You're into the karaoke?
Back in the day when John and him first started hanging out, like they would go to bars and karaoke.
That's all we would do.
But
Would you
Michael
sing
McNeal
duets?
took it a step further. Michael McNeal used to do karaoke contests.
John did contests.
Yeah, one, because you talked him into it while you're at the bar.
Yeah.
You traveled to places to
I
do
did.
contests.
Yeah. No, I did. I took,
What was your song?
I have a lot of songs I can do, but I guess
But what is right now, $100,000 on the line? What are you singing?
The Darkness, I Believe in a Thing Called Love.
Put it up there. We want a little bit of it.
No.
Yes.
No.
Michael McNeal, not afraid to do anything, not afraid to do nothing.
Oh,
but
my God.
apparently, he's afraid to sing his, one of his favorite songs.
And I like.
No, we're not gonna
Rascal
accept
Flatts,
this.
Rascal Flats. There's a lot of cool stuff. I don't know. I like anything for attention for me.
Do you still karaoke a little bit?
Oh yeah, when I'm done hunting and it's
Do you compete?
no, I don't compete anymore. But I'll go to the bar and try to meet some chicks and
Try.
yeah.
All right, come on. Just a little bit, not the whole thing.
I don't need the words. I know the words.
Oh.
Just to
Whoa!
prove a point here.
All right. I'm excited for this. Oh wait, hold on. Hey, you want to get those lights over there? Let's
God,
get the stage set.
This is a hard one to do.
Yep.
Like,
Other ones.
oh boy, no.
There you go.
There we go. Whoa.
There's no music. Can you play the
That's
music?
what he just.
No, he
doing
just
for
pulled the
you.
words up. He didn't play the music.
Oh well, get the music. Karaoke version.
Need a Marblite. No internet?
No.
We'll fix this.
Oh, there it is.
What's the song?
The Darkness, I Believe in a Thing Called Love. You know the song, don't you?
Oh yeah.
I can't
Sing
believe
it. Sing it through the first like.
At least the first person. Can you hear this?
Yeah, I can hear it
Kind of.
Bring it closer.
We'll get it on this one here.
It's going to take forever on here.
No.
Oh.
I can't explain all the feelings that you're making me feel.
Oh.
My heart's in overdrive and you're behind the steering wheel. Touching you, touching me, touching you. Oh God, you're touching me. Whoa. There it is.
Oh, that's awesome. Did you think that I would remember that?
No, I knew everybody. Yeah, that's kind of my thing. Got to pick up chicks somehow.
I mean, you used to try to like win vacations and stuff.
No, I
doing that.
won the Wee Fest Karaoke Roundup before. Country songs are probably a little bit better, but yeah, that's gonna be first front and center on this thing. I know.
Oh, yeah. So, thank you to everybody for tuning in to this episode of Fish Addiction's The Real Talk. We've got Michael McNeal here in the studio with us tonight, and you have now learned one of the top 3 ways to pick up chicks if you're as pretty as McNeal.
Just sing a little bit.
Thanks for being here.
Oh, one thing before we leave. Do not forget to go to our Facebook page and YouTube and check out the ultimate giveaway.
But YouTube. It's gotta be
YouTube. Well, if you go on Facebook, you'll find where to go for it. So, guys, we're giving away from our sponsors with us and them in conjunction a prize package that you can see there, but I'll list it off real quick. We're doing a Northland tackle package. We're doing a G2 Eskimo 8-inch auger. Go electric auger. Everybody's doing it. We're giving away a 450 XD house. We're giving away an Eskimo ice suit. We're giving away a $200 Runnings gift card. We're giving away a Garmin Panoptics, which everybody wants on the ice. And we're also giving away the Norsk 24 amp hour lithium battery so you can fish all day long. We haven't added it up. We said we were going to. We know the package is over $5,000.
It is.
And all you have to do, guys, we have taken the big step of going off TV and onto the internet, to the social media platforms, YouTube, all these different areas you can find us. And with those, we have lots of different other platforms that those are offered on. But we're doing it because you guys have come out in droves and supported what Fish Addiction is doing, what we're doing here in the podcast, what we're doing with the vlogs. And so get over there. All you got to do is
Subscribe
and comment. If you're already a subscriber, comment. You're in. If you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button, comment. You're in. It's as easy as that. 1 month, not even quite a month. So we're March 1st. We're giving it away, and somebody's going to be super happy.
I'm also including some limited editions Fish Addictions apparel.
Oh, we're adding to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do I get a Fish Addictions? No?
Yeah, we'll get you one.
Sweet.
So
We got to.
again, go check that out. Thank you guys. This is Fish Addictions, the real talk, and we always have a lot of fun. And one of our most entertaining guests out here. We'll probably have him back at some time.
Michael _ McNeal on Instagram.
The Gooseman.
Kill Whitey!
I was just gonna ask you what your call was. That's what.
Make 'em rain!
And all of Michael's social media stuff will be linked in the description below.
Thank you guys. Thanks for having me. Wow. Tell me that wasn't
You have
fun.
an episode on your hands. Edit, because there's
No,
no less than 5 intros to stick there.
no, that shit's going out raw.
You very well could, because that stuff you guys did before you actually started the podcast was a very, very